entire strategy basically is my blog, is my center point, my hub where I capture my email, where I build my email list and so forth. And you can then apply Twitter, you can apply StumbleUpon, you can use Dig, you can use Reddit, you can use Delicious. And in my next point, you've got the social networks as well, MySpace, Facebook, Squidoo. Those are all great places. If you spend a bit of time building profiles there, using those tools as they're intended to, there's a nice effect of traffic running back to your blog as well. I had a student who spent a lot of time on StumbleUpon and built up a good profile there, which allowed them to then also get a lot of traffic back to their own blog content. So it can be quite effective. Personally, I use Twitter and Facebook really as my only tools because they're the most fun for me and the most relevant. It's worth highlighting these two, though, MyBlogLog and Blog Catalog. That's mybloglog.com and blogcatalog.com. They're specific blog-related social networks. So you've got nothing but bloggers there, and they're not necessarily the most popular sites because obviously they're restricted to a smaller marketplace, but they're great for finding other bloggers who write about the same stuff you do, and just making sure your blog is listed there is helpful too, so you might want to check those two out and see what's going on there for your industry.
It's funny you mentioned Blog Catalog. I registered there a long time ago, and for whatever reason I still got a ton of traffic coming just from there. I don't know why.
Both those sites are, I don't actually spend any time there, but I still see traffic come from them, so people use them. Number 6, video sharing. Now, this is something that, can take a lot of work, or you can just sort of do it as a side thing to the videos you're creating anyway. And that's often what I've done. I haven't focused on any of these tools, but if I create a video, I'm usually hosting it on YouTube, and YouTube can be an amazing marketing tool. My business partner, Gideon, he specializes in YouTube, and he's built an entire blog up basically just using YouTube marketing, which I'll talk about later on in a case study to show you how effective combining YouTube with a blog can be. But just bear in mind, all these tools have traffic, and they can drive traffic back to your blog as well. And point number 7, this is really obvious, but geez, people are shy. I never get this. You're writing a blog, be proud of it. So tell people about it. Talk about what you just wrote on your blog. I do this all the time. I often find I'm having deep philosophical conversations with my friends or people I've just met at a cafe or something, and I'll talk about some kind of principle, and I go, hey, actually, I just talked about this in my blog in this article, and then they're immediately going to go, well, what's your blog address? And you can get a new reader just by doing that. So don't be afraid to be proud of the content you produce. All right, now these tips, these require more work, and these are things for me that have generated this most significant traffic. And I get this question a lot because everyone cares about getting traffic from the internet. How do you get more traffic online? Everything I'm listing here, these 7 points, are the techniques that have driven the lion's share of traffic to my blog, to my business, to build my email list and so forth. So these are the things that, they've all taken a bit more work, but I strongly recommend them. Number 1 is the most effective tool I've ever used to build traffic, which is to write a really powerful free report. This whole presentation you're watching right now is kind of like coming from that free report. I wrote that free report in a month. I basically was doing a launch for my course. I wanted to have a really powerful free report. I sat down a month. It ended up being about 3 weeks, actually, where I just spent every day writing at least 1,000 words towards the report. And you do the math. You spend 25 days in a month writing 1,000 words. You've got 25,000 words. That's about a 50-page report. So it's not that hard once you're consistently putting out the content, making it a habit. That's the important thing. One of the things I do recommend with the free report is you focus on the most important question your audience has and try and make that report an A to Z solution to solve it. Don't be afraid to give away your best information. That's what I did with my Blog Profits Blueprint. That's what I did with my Membership Site Mastermind report. All these reports, I really put a lot of effort into making them great because I know the better the content in there, the more viral that report will spread, the more traffic I'll get, the more subscribers I'll get back to my email list. And it is the most effective traffic building tool I currently have, and can't endorse that one enough. Number 2, the email mini course. This is really effective as well. It's kind of similar to the free